Hey, what's up, everybody? So today I want to do a quick little video about healthcare. So I made a video about a week ago about talking about the monthly budget, what I spend here living in the Philippines, like rent, housing, food, gas, all that other stuff. And it inspired me to make another video for healthcare. And I want to give you a quick video about my experiences with the healthcare system here, what I pay, what I've gone through, things like that. For you guys that don't know me, again, I am Jeff. I'm 47. I moved to the Philippines about 5 months ago to be with my girlfriend, Sarah, who lives here in the Philippines. We live together here in Mindanao. So if you haven't seen the other video, check out that other video about the monthly budget. I give a cost breakdown of what it costs for me to live here in the Philippines, here on the island of Mindanao. It gives a little bit of a breakdown of the cost of rent as well too. So everything that I spend on a monthly is a little breakdown in that video. So check out the link up above. I believe it'll also be down in the description as well. So we'll get into today's video, and it's just going to be a rundown of my experience with the healthcare here. So this video is going to be a breakdown of what I pay for. So I don't want to say health insurance because I currently don't have health insurance. It has since expired. I've been here for 6 months, so my insurance that I had in the United States has expired. I do have a HSA account, so a health savings account that I had from my previous job. So I've got money on that card. So I use that card for 90% of my healthcare issues here, healthcare related problems, whatever you want to say. Yeah, so to give you an idea, I'm 47. I'm pretty healthy for an average 47-year-old. So I don't really have to go to the doctors too much. I've had 3 visits here. So I wasn't worried about getting health care or health insurance right away. So I just kind of been winging it the last 5 months. So I've been to the doctors about 3 times, and I'll give a breakdown of those 3 instances of the cost of going to the doctors, my prescriptions, and then how I felt about going to the doctors as well. Mainly 2 of those visits are just because it's super cheap. So I'm like, they weren't big issues. So I just went because, hey, it's $10-$20 to see a doctor. And again, I'll give you that breakdown as well too, but it's like $10-$20. So 2 of the times I'm like, it's cheap, why not go? You know, maybe something small, may turn into something big, but if it's $10, might as well go. So the 3 things that I've gone to the hospital for in the last 5 months, I think I came here in like March, so I went in May, and then I went twice in August. So the first time I went, I was just having back problems. I'm 47, so I'm getting to that age. And we traveled for like a month coming here, and long flights, traveling from island hopping and stuff like that, and carrying a heavy backpack and luggage all around because we went island hopping for like almost like a month straight. So I just had a little bit of back problems. So I went in there and I just wanted to have just a quick checkup, and they ended up giving me an X-ray and nothing big. And then the second one, I was having stomach issues. I didn't know, like I got a small fever, and I didn't feel right in my gut. I was going to the bathroom a lot, and I figured it might be a bug. It might be just something from getting used to the water and the food and stuff like that. So I wanted to go to that, and again, because it was cheap. And then the third one was just recently I went, and the reason why I did that is because I'm getting ready to go back to the United States for a visit for a month. So I have a fear of flying. So I actually had a Xanax prescription when I came here. I don't ever take it. It's just for flights. So I had a prescription. So I went to see a doctor so I can see if I can get it refilled. So pretty easy step. So that was my third. So those are the 3 times that I went to the doctors here. And each time I've been to the doctors, it's fairly easy. Everyone's super nice. The majority of people speak English. So I've never really had any issues communicating. I have had Sarah with me, so it has been good in case she needs to go a little bit more in depth, because they know a lot of English, but they're not completely fluent most of the time. So it's just really good to have her there. And so everyone's completely nice. And the process of, because I don't have a health insurance, the process of going to the doctors is fairly simple here. 90% of the time, we just go into the doctors, go into the hospital, and it's like, 10 minutes away. Just go in there. Usually we just go to the front desk and say, hey, is there a doctor here that we can be seen for this issue? Tell them what it is. And they just go, oh, yeah, there's a doctor, room 7, go check them out. And you go down there. One of the times we went for the stomach, we saw like a specialist for that. I don't know if it was like a gut specialist or I don't know what you call it, but a specialist for that. So they're like, yeah, just go down to this door here and see a specialist. And, it's really easy to get in. So you can call ahead of times and, get an appointment, but usually we just walk right in and we've never had to wait more than an hour or two. The stomach issue that I had, we did have to go in there, and we were there for an hour or two for a wait because he was a specialist. But usually you can just see a regular doctor, you're in and out. So I have a breakdown of the cost for each visit. Everything is fairly cheap, so it's kind of up to you, your age, if you want to get health insurance. I'm not suggesting not to get health insurance, don't get me wrong, I think you should. But maybe have a health insurance for big things. Sometimes it's cheaper just to go in, pay $10 to see somebody, and then like my Xanax. So the cost of that was $10 to be seen, and then it was like $6 for like 5 Xanax pills. Just for fear of flying. I'm afraid of heights and stuff like that. So there's no point in using insurance for that. So that's one of the benefits of not having insurance. Of course, something goes wrong and you come out of pocket with some big expenses if you have like surgery or something like that. So I ain't saying don't get health insurance. I'm just saying for me right now, I don't have health insurance. So I just want to give you a rundown of what I went through. So I'll break down each visit and then the cost of it. It's always been $10 or $20 to go have the visit, to go just be seen. And I usually pay in cash. That's just because that's what Sarah's told me what to do. I'm guessing usually they don't have like cards to swipe it when you go to like the secretary or whatever. Yeah. So, okay. So the first visit I had was the back issue, and I was just having back problems. I've always had a little bit of back problems. I mean, we all do things wrong, whatever. So I went in for that visit. That was the longest one. Like I said earlier, it was just like, it was the whole process, like it was around 3 hours because we had to wait an hour to be seen, paid $20, which is like 1,000 pesos, paid like $20 to be seen. I then had to go get an x-ray, and I had an x-ray of my neck. So I just have like a little bit of, I don't know what you call it, the tissue or the whatever it is in between the discs, the fluid in between. I'm missing part of it, and one of my, I think it's a vertebrae. I'm not good on health. But so I got an x-ray, which ended up costing me around $20. So that visit was $40. So $20 for the x-ray, $20 for the visit. And it was just like, hey, you're missing, some fluid in your neck. You're going to have problems. So I just had some massages and take ibuprofen and stuff like that. Then the next visit was the most expensive one. And then for that, I got the breakdown here. So that was the one I had problems with, like stomach pains. And he said more than likely it's just getting used to the food, just getting used to the water. It's kind of weird because it was 5 months into being here. Well, why didn't it happen the first 2 months? I don't know. But the breakdown for that was $20 for the doctor's fee. And again, I just walked right in, saw a doctor within an hour or two. It was about $71 for the prescription. So I got about a month and a half worth of prescriptions. It was like antibiotics for the first 2 weeks, something else I forget, and then a month worth of probiotics. So it was the most expensive. It was like $71. And then for $37, they did lab test. And this is all within the same day. So they're running, I haven't gotten the results back, but it was $37 for lab test, which was like the stool test and your blood test and things like that. So altogether, that was $130, something like that for that visit. Most expensive, but still $130 for one visit to have all the tests done. And, I'm okay with that. And then I talked about the other visit, which was the just Xanax refill for fear of flying. It was $10 to be seen, and $6 for the medication refill. I already had a prescription, so I just brought in a copy of my old prescription. Look, doc, here is my old prescription. Can you refill it? And she gave me an interview, asked me questions, and she said, "Okay, I'll refill it. I'll give you like 5, because that gets me, because I have like a 16-hour layover somewhere, I forget, somewhere in Asia, and then I'm flying around a lot because I'm visiting different people in the United States. So I've got a lot of flights, so to the United States and back. So and she was pretty good about it, making sure I wasn't like someone who's gonna abuse drugs or something like that. Because you can look at my history. I've only gotten Xanax just for flying like 2 times my whole life, so she was okay with it. And that one again, we just walked in and said, "Can we get a doctor?" We were seen 10 minutes. We waited probably another 10 minutes to be seen by her, and in and out another 10 minutes. Went to the pharmacy, and then got the refill prescription for that. For the Xanax, because it is like I don't know the word for it because I'm not really good medical, but because it's Xanax, they were very strict on it. Like, we need your address on this prescription. We need the certain criteria. They really were strict on, which is good. You want to make sure someone's not going and getting a fake refill and trying to get some pills from the pharmacy or whatever. So yeah. So again, if you haven't seen that video of the monthly cost for living here, I'll leave that in the description. It's on my page, and that just tells you how much it's a rundown of my cost of living here per month, what our budget is, and what you'd expect to pay for rent. Anything that I have left out, go ahead and just drop a comment down below. Sorry, there's bugs everywhere. I'm outside. This is my house, by the way. So we're I'm in the backyard with a little bit of a view. Mosquitoes are starting to come out. So yeah, so any questions or concerns, anything you feel I've left out, you got some questions, leave a comment down below in the comments, and I'll see if I can get back to you and help out as much as I can. I know these videos helped me a lot when I was in the US coming to the Philippines. I watched a ton of them, so I know how much they mean. So I love to help out as much as I can. Anything I can do, let me know. Of course, guys, like, subscribe, and I'll check in with you guys soon.